The national high point champion, U1 Oberto, Steve David.
Locally owned, family operated, only special needs.
Mobile Marine. KMS and crew will come to you. Give them a call 539-0632. That's Mobile Marine. One with Wallowa Tramway and Wallowa County Chamber of Oregon. You can find out more on plans for your trip because the Wallowa
Steve David, your national high points champion, and he is making it look easy right now.
And leading by just, what was it, 150 points or so coming into this race in the race for the high points. Jimmy Shane, Graham Trucking in second place in the points right now, so anything could happen. And this could be a big swing with the potential of 100 points being claimed right off the get-go here in qualifying it. Across the Northern Quest start-finish line, and a 156.862 miles per hour. He is now your top qualifier, and that leads one to ask, well, how hard will he press it? What do you think?
Just a few moments ago, that engine did not sound right. What's going on?
Yeah, we're not really sure what's going on right now. I go to get it above ground idle and it goes down right back to ground idle. So there's something either in this engine that happened out there when we were testing. We thought we had the problem figured out, but they're going to put it on the trailer, take a look at it, and they'll get it figured out. We'll be back out for qualifying.
You think you're going to have to swap out an engine?
We may have to swap out a motor just to see if we can get out on the water for qualifying. If that's what we got to do, it's a pretty quick changeover, so they'll get it done.
All right, well, good luck. All right, Jimmy Shane, we can call that one of our tech updates, as they'll thrash to get that engine fixed. But Brad, you were down here as well. That engine just did not sound right when he tried to open up the throttle. It just stalled out, and they'll have to look at what's going on inside the turbines.
Yeah, meanwhile, Steve David finishes out 158.766 miles per hour. Now the question is, how hard will he press it on lap number 3? Tony's right by you.
He's still keeping it in there. He's going as hard as he can. Ooh, a little bit off the right side spots in there. He got a little air into there, but he's looking very, very fast.
Yeah, we call that the hobby horse. Back and forth on the sponsons, heading towards Rob Francis in the Avalon Health and Rehab, corner number 3.
Not only does he look fast, Michael, but he's taking everything very, very smoothly. This boat just looks very, very impressive. Very impressive.
Yeah, it's kind of a cut above the rest in many respects, and the driver as well, with the experience that Steve David has. Across the Northern Quest Resort Casino start-finish line, lap number 3 and a 157.246. So 158.766 will be the top speed at qualifying for Steve David. And he's got the throttle now. Second lead qualifier so far is John Zimmerman in the 9 at 155.089 miles per hour. Steve David across the Northern Quest Resort Casino start-finish line and on the clock. And again, a full head of steam heading down the front stretch. Tony, he'll be heading to you in Farmers Exchange, turn 2.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's sure looking like he's going to try to make a better score going around. He's really stuck it into the corner, keeping it nice and tight, sliding a little bit, keeping it in lane number 2, coming to the exit pin, and he's got a lot of power going that direction.
You know, the boats seem to lose a little bit there, and you can see left
a little blue smoke over here.
A little bit of compression. And up the back stretch with the Pasco shoreline in the backdrop, and Rob Francis is over on that side, and Avalon Health and Rehab Center, turn 3.
He's coming into it really strong, Mike. Maybe they tweaked something and he wanted to take it out in the water and test it out, but man, did he hit that corner hard and tight, taking it around, kicking up a lot of water as he heads down the backstretch.
Well, it's all about the combination, the gearbox, the engine, the setup with the prop. All of the above can contribute to a faster time, and sometimes they take a step backwards, a 157.419, and Steve David in the Oh Boy Oberto heading down to turn number 1 with the blue bridge in the backdrop.
Actually, got the skid pin in it, nice and tight. Still didn't lose any lane. Exit pin, and this time he's keeping it going.
And up the backstretch again, that first lap of 157.419 miles per hour. Still, we have yet to see in qualifying Jimmy Shane in the Graham Trucking 5, and we'll get an update on what they've been doing down there. Thrash report from Pop Chips coming up in just a moment to Rob Francis.
And Mike, he's heading up into turn 3. I mean, it looks like he's cutting glass. That's how smooth and straight this boat's going, and I'll be interested to see what this time is.
And at the expended turn number 4 in lane number 1, Steve David and the Oberto, and across the start-finish line, another 157.939 is top speed, about a mile an hour faster in the earlier run during this qualifying session. They get much points in qualifying, and they are so important.
I think somebody said something on the radio because he's really got his foot in it on this one. Out of the exit pin and up the backside.
Said something on the radio like push it a little harder?
Maybe. He's got that. He made that one look very easy.
And up the back stretch. Just a little bit of a ripple on the water. Just a slight breeze. We're at 99 degrees now here at the Brutzman's Memorial Barge at the start-finish line. And Rob into turn number 3.
And Michael, if they told him to put a little bit more into this to try and beat that qualifying time, I'll tell you what, all 3 have looked like very smooth runs around this course. And back in your direction, he may not beat that qualifying time, but he's looked very, very good in this run.
Well, he beat it by a couple of tenths of a mile an hour. 158.940. 158.940. Backing out the throttle. 3 laps, that's what you get out there.